them experience captivating research opportunities. Let them experience more hands-on opportunities with new technology. Let them experience cutting-edge career pathways. Let them experience creativity and expression through the arts. Let them experience more opportunities to innovate and compete regionally and nationally. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
Good evening and welcome to the Tigers Sports Network presented by Natural State Sports. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Chris Gay. This is your color commentator, Will Stafford, and we have another great game in store here at Boone Fitzpatrick Fieldhouse on the campus of Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. The Conway Wampus Cats come to town, and Central looking to get their second straight conference victory, hoping to improve their overall record to 10-11. Conway looking to stay in conference play with a winning record, looking to extend to 3-1, 13-7 overall. Both of these teams are pretty evenly matched. They have go-to guys for Conway. You'll be getting to know Kennard Turner, 18-point per game scorer. And then for Central, you all know Luke Moore, the go-to man, 17 points per game in conference play. Guy has already hit the 1,000-point in his career total earlier this season. And Will, as we will be seeing the Conway starting lineup, what are your three keys to tonight's game?
Well, we already talked about one of them. Let Luke Moore take over. I think you look at any great basketball teams in any level, right? You feed off star energy, right? Your teammates feed off star energy. And I feel that the Tigers have the best chance of winning when you allow Luke Moore to play make and score. You can look at so many of their games where Luke Moore is the sole reason they stayed in a game or won a game, right? 17 points is incredible, but not...
Bryant. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but good. Bryant, that was the game that he seemingly single-handed wheeled him back from.
That was one of those things, like he had a very slow first half, but the moment that he realized, okay, we're behind, I need to do something, he immediately started running the floor, getting to the line really easily, and once, you have to let Luke Moore take over. Crash the boards is another one. They need to be stronger on the boards. And the two losses of their three conference games thus far, they lost in the rebounding category by a good margin in each. Never eclipsing the 21-point rebound or the 21 rebound mark, which is not a lot when it comes to how fast-paced high school basketball can be, and active hands. Now, I say this phrase a lot, but it continues to ring true in each matchup. Against North Little Rock and Bryant, Central had 8 and 7 steals respectively, and went on to lose both. Now, against Cabot, they had 14 steals, and they blew Cabot out of the water. They need to be active on defense, and I promise you, this game will go very well for Central.
Well, let's take a little look at the starters for your Tigers. It's a little different of a starting lineup. Trey Leems, still the usual starter at guard. Trey Stewart back in the starting lineup. Brandon Wright and Day Thomas and Luke Moore, all three the usual starters as well. Clay Blair will be coming off the bench for the Tigers. Of course, your head coach is Shelby Lewis, and as they officially announced the starters for the Tigers, I'll go ahead and take you through the starters for the Wampus Cats. At point guard is 5'8" sophomore guard Zay Patrick. He's averaging about 7 points per game so far this year. The Kennard Turner, their go-to man, the 6'4" senior guard. Then Jay Sullivan, the sharpshooting 6'4" junior guard, averaging just under 10 points per game, shooting just under 35% from three-point land. KJ Johnson comes in as a sophomore 6'2" guard, and then the man holding it down in the middle for the Wampus Cats, 6'6", Jamal Holden, the sophomore forward, is one of the best players at that position in the country. Ranked in the top 10 for all centers in the class of 2027, according to ESPN, and he is the top player in the state for the class of 2027, according to Prep Hoops. So Holden and Brandon Wright at center court, set to tip here. The 6'6" Holden against the 6'2" Brandon Wright. Of course, Wright can jump out of the building.
When you say jump out the building, it reminds me of the Clay Blair to Brandon Wright connection.
That's exactly what I was referencing. So Holden wins the tip for the Wampus Cats. Conway, they're coming off a 4-point loss to North Little Rock, looking to get back on track as they gave them their first loss in conference play. Here's Patrick, and contested by Thomas. It will stay with the Wampus Cats. Patrick will throw in. Averages about 2.5 assists per game. Turner with the left hand, can't finish. Wright with the rebound. Up ahead, Aleem. Out to Moore. Moore, straight ahead three, short. Wright, second straight rebound, and he dribbles it out of bounds. It will be Conway basketball.
Just mishandled the ball. He immediately knew what happened the moment it left his hand.
Johnson, doubled, looking to get it in, finds Patrick. Pulls it out, Moore guarding him. Sullivan. Holden up top, guarded by Stewart, and he flips it past Stewart. Right in the corner, thought about the triple. Here's Aleem. Thomas up top. Inside, looking for more. Sullivan on the ground after it. Ball will stay with Central.
And it's incredible the pace difference between games, right? This is more methodical, more set offenses, right? And in the girls' game, we saw a lot of running back and forth and a lot of defense.
Moore, screen from Thomas. Moore running around. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Aleem has to go. Drive, steps back. He was out of bounds. Shot won't count. So a great defensive possession by the Wampus Cats as they have a 2-point lead. Turner. Ahead to Johnson. Patrick. Deflected by Thomas. Here's Sullivan. Sullivan looking for somebody to get open. Here's Turner. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan, three-pointer. Low long.
Trey Aleem got up for that rebound.
Moore. Spinning to Wright. Wright, three-pointer off the mark. And that's actually going to be off of turnover, or off of Turner. So Stewart, nice active hands, deflecting, causing the Conway turnover. Still a 2-point game. Someone has to throw in for Central. It's going to be Moore. They'll get it into Thomas. Stewart. Looking to go at Sullivan. He can't finish. Sullivan with the rebound. Spinning Turner. Can't finish. Holden off the backboard, no good. Wright with the rebound. Stripped by Johnson. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Oh, whoa. Okay, well, that's a blocking foul. Excuse me. So that's a blocking foul. I thought Luke Moore was set. So that is the first foul of the game for either team.
And you're not going to see that a lot from Luke Moore either. I mean, it was a good idea to try and draw the charge, but you're not going to see a lot of fouls out of him. So don't get used to that.
First free throw is good by Johnson. Johnson, a 62% foul shooter. Two of two from the line. Aleem driving, floater, off the back iron, gets his own miss, pulls it out. Here's Moore. Aleem into Thomas. It's a whistle. Resetting the shot clock. Need to set it to 31 seconds. 31 seconds now on the shot clock. 5:04 on the game clock. Right to Stewart. Thomas shovels to Aleem. Aleem steps back. He's going to fire a three. Off the mark again. Johnson chasing the board. It will be Central basketball. I think they just gave Coach Ben Lindsay a bench warning. I'm not 100% sure. He's pretty much been a six-man out on the court for Conway as Thomas driving inside. He loses it, stripped. Foul will be on Sullivan, his first. So Thomas at the free throw line for the first time tonight. Knocks down the first. So Central finally gets on the board with 4:41 left to play in the first quarter. Thomas averaging about 8 points. Almost 4 rebounds in conference play. First year with the Tigers after transferring from Maumelle Charter. Now here's Kennard Turner. Patrick lobbing for Holden. Luke Moore played that perfectly. He knew they were going for the lob. Got in there to disrupt it.
Saw that the entire time, just jumped with the lob instead of trying to go for a block, just jumped with it to try and break it up, and it worked perfectly.
Aleem guarded by Johnson. Moore back to Aleem. Moore, deep triple. Won't fall. Patrick, full court, might have taken an extra step, but finishes. Here's Aleem, going right at the defense, gives it to Wright, and he finishes. Brandon Wright, his first field goal of the game.
The first field goal of the game for the Tigers as a whole. Maybe, hopefully, that opens up some momentum.
Aleem going for the ball. He will pick up the personal, so just the second foul of the quarter for the Tigers. First of the game for Aleem. Turner will throw in. Turner driving inside, hacked by Stewart. He will be heading to the free throw line.
So far, not a lot of shooting coming out of either team. Luke Moore, the only one that's taken a three, taken two. But so far, it seems like both teams are trying to attack each other in the paint, which is honestly a pretty surprising outcome. Because I mean, you look at the size of of Conway, right? You have Jamal Holden at 6'6", and then you have Day Thomas for Central, right? So it's pretty surprising that they're trying to attack both. It's possible they're trying to draw some fouls, which they both have done at a pretty good rate. So it's something I did not expect out of this game.
Right. He'll shoot the three. Back iron. Turner with the rebound. Up ahead to Johnson. Outside Sullivan, 3-ball. Long. Moore skies for the rebound. Racing up ahead, gets it to the corner. It's Holman. Pulls it out, gets it to Aleem. Aleem. Moore, three on the way. It's good. Luke Moore, 1 of 3 from outside today.
It was going to go in eventually, and his confidence will never waver. He's going to continue shooting, and he's going to continue trying to make a shot.
So tied ball game as KJ Johnson is driving inside, trying to draw a foul, can't. Thomas with the rebound. He's going to take it up himself to Moore, finishes. Day Thomas looking like a guard there.
And Luke Moore was calling for the ball from the timeline, and Day Thomas chose his timing perfectly, gave Luke Moore a perfect opportunity.
Aleem with the rebound. Central running again. Here's Holman. Lobbing right. Oh, that would have been a great play. Would have brought the house down. Up ahead, here's Conway. Sullivan. Transition three. Can't finish. Holden rebound. Holden is hacked. He will be heading to the free throw line.
Brought the house down as an understatement. That would have been an absolutely insane lob.
Yeah, this Central crowd, for the most part, is pretty quiet. And that play would have definitely woken them up. Woken them up. Holden, first free throw is off. You don't typically see a 6'6" big man shooting 77% from the free throw line. He did just miss his first, but usually a good free throw shooter. And he goes 0 of 2. I might have jinxed him. And Conway will keep possession here. Patrick will throw in. Finds Johnson. Johnson screen from Holden. Back out. 3-ball on the way. No good. That was Xavier Smiley. This is actually just his second game of the year. Had 6 points, 3 rebounds, and assists, a steal earlier this season. Moore calling for a screen. It's Marshall. Moore looking for somebody to cut. It's going to be Marshall. 3-ball on the way. He can't finish. He had 3 threes against Cabot.
I was just about to say that. Jacob Marshall is a very good shooter. Just happened to miss that one.
Marshall backed up a little too far, and Patrick finished over him. Tied ball game at 9. Moore guarded by Johnson. Maneuvers. Marshall outside. Aleem, 3-ball in the corner. Aleem, wow, 3-ball.
Honestly, big shout out to Jacob Marshall there. He was inches away from a travel and was able to get the ball off to Aleem, who was wide open in the corner.
Inside. And that's going to be a blocking foul. Jacob Marshall going to try to draw a charge. Cannot. And so Kennard Turner is going to head to the free throw line for 1.
And Trey Stewart's got quite a bloody mouth currently, it looks like, over towards the sideline.
Yeah, I'm not sure when that happened exactly, but he might need to check out.
No, I think he's going to tough it out.
Well, he is a great football player, so I would imagine he stays in this thing. Him and Jacob Marshall, both outstanding football players.
Trey's been talking to a couple colleges as well, football-wise.
Yeah, he's a fantastic running back. Moore, and whoa, that's going to be an offensive foul. So Conway gets the call, and Central doesn't get the previous two.
That is 2 fouls on Luke Moore, though.
Yeah, that
Only
is
the
true.
first quarter. You have to be careful if you're Luke Moore.
Yeah,
It would not surprise me if he stays in the game, though.
Well, no one's at the table to check in. Moore was going for the steal, and an easy layup inside by Smiley. Moore bringing it up. Just 18 seconds in the first. They'll drain some clock. Patrick on him. He has Smiley on him now. Takes him off the dribble. Holman, corner, 3-ball, short. Stewart trying to play tip drill, just get it back up and in. Cannot. So that will take it to the second quarter of play. Conway with the 2-point advantage, 14-12, as we head into the final period of the first half. Stick around for more basketball action on the Tigers Sports Network.
Let them experience captivating research opportunities. Let them experience more hands-on opportunities with new technology. Let them experience cutting-edge career pathways. Let them experience creativity and expression through the arts. Let them experience more opportunities to innovate and compete regionally and nationally. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
(14-12) is your score as we are just about ready for the second quarter of action. Will, this has been a pretty evenly contested game. Neither team has, obviously Conway started out on a 4-0 run, but neither team has really stepped away. But what have you seen so far from both teams?
I've seen I talked a little bit about it towards the middle of that first quarter. I've seen a lot of attacking the basket. We haven't seen a lot of three-point shooting. You know, we've only seen Luke Moore hit one, right? And I honestly am very surprised at that. These are two very tall teams, right? And so it's very kind of off-putting that they're attacking as much as they are, but I really like it. It's set offenses, and it's set in stone that they're going to continue going into the paint.
Smiley, 3-ball off the back iron. Turner up again. Can't finish. Aleem with the rebound. Outside, it's Holman. Aleem thought about it. Right. Looking to attack the big off the drive. He will draw the blocking foul on Patrick.
And now that I think about it, I do want to correct myself. Trey Aleem has hit a 3.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it before the game with Trey Aleem. You kind of want to see him gain some confidence, keep shooting the ball. And he's doing that so far, and he's hit 1. I want to see more Trey Aleem in this game.
Brandon Wright at the free throw line. Rattles in the first one. Just about 6 points per game in conference play. Had a couple good moments against Cabot, but his best conference game so far was against North Little Rock at 12 points, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block. Patrick working on Wright. Turner to Smiley. Smiley driving on Aleem. Inside, he's going to draw the foul and head to the free throw line. He'll be shooting his 3rd and 4th free throws of the season. So Xavier Smiley, who only played 1 game before tonight, he's been in attack mode.
And you can see the brace on his leg there. So
playing through some discomfort at least.
Absolutely. I don't know if you've ever played with one of those braces on there. Some of the most uncomfortable things ever. You feel restricted, but he is, like you said, on attack mode.
So he missed the first free throw. Holden will check back in. J.C. Schulman at the table for the Wampus Cats. He'll be coming in for Smiley. Schulman's first appearance tonight. C.J. King also checks in for the Tigers. It looks like Clay Blair will be making his first appearance tonight in just a moment. Right to Thomas, back to Wright, driving. Wright puts it back up and in. Brandon Wright, second field goal of the game.
A great continuation from Brandon Wright. Found himself, I think, more open than he anticipated and just went right back up with it. Got the easy 2 points.
Johnson, guarded by King. Looking for somebody to cut. Patrick to Schulman. Schulman, 3-ball on the way, can't finish. Aleem driving inside, pulls up, short floater is good. Trey Aleem, that is something he has in his bag, that pull-up floater short jumper.
And that, again, I want to see more of Trey Aleem. He's already got 5 points pretty easily, and I think he's going to continue that. He seems very confident tonight.
And Turner draws the foul as King was ready to take it down the court, and as Clay Blair and Luke Moore are going to check into the ball game in just a second, as we're going to have a couple shots coming up. Kennard Turner only shoots about 56% from the free throw line. And that foul was on King, his first personal. Knocks down the first. Marshall and Aleem check out as Blair and Moore check in.
Man, that is an incredible sub in and out, right? And I mean that in the way that you just Coach
Lewis.
Coach Lewis, yeah, thank you. Names are leaving my brain today. Just subbed out 2 incredible players for 2 more incredible players, and Luke Moore and Clay Blair. I mean, this is a stacked lineup the more and more we get into this conference play.
Thomas shovels to Moore. He's going to step back, take the contested jumper, won't finish. Wright gets the rebound. As King shovels inside. Thomas can't hang on to it, and Turner gets the steal. Up ahead to Schulman, and lays it up and in. J.C. Schulman, his first basket of the game.
I think C.J. King had the right idea on that offensive possession, but just Dede Thomas couldn't hold on to the ball.
Right inside, finishes up and over Turner. Turner with Blair on him. Johnson on the wing. Inside, can't finish. Right with the rebound. Up ahead, it's Moore. 1-on-2, and he's going to head to the free throw line. That foul will be on Zay Patrick. Actually, no, it will not. It will be on J.C. Schulman. His first foul of the game, and second team foul for Conway. Gotta say, Moore pretty much lives at the charity stripe. Knocks down his first.
And he's very good at it, too. A very, very proficient free throw shooter as well.
Trey Stewart will check in. Dede Thomas will check out. Moore.
That's my bad. That's on me.
Yeah, you jinxed it. 1 of 2 from the line. Turner has it. Out to Johnson. Johnson driving. Knocks him down. Offensive foul drawn, or charge drawn by C.J. King.
Foul's called by number 15, KJ Johnson. That's his first team third.
Moore bringing it up the court. King on the wing, pulls back, Taking Schulman off the dribble. King. Oh, C.J. King. What a play. And it's a Conway turnover. Central gets the basketball back. We have been waiting to see something like that from C.J. King this year.
I was just about to talk about that. We talk about that a lot, right? C.J. King is, I think, one of the better players on this Central squad, and he is so good if he can get inside, as long as he would just take the shot.
Moore. Oh, Luke Moore finishing through contact.
Hung in the air for 85 minutes, it felt like. It's a random number.
85 was, yeah. I guess you pulled that out of somewhere.
Yeah.
Here's Patrick. Johnson up top. Schulman open. 3-ball. Corner. Can't finish. Stewart racing up the court. Alley-oop to right. A little long for him. Here's Moore. Thought about the 3. Driving inside. Euro steps inside. Finishes with the left hand. Timeout. Conway. What a run by the Tigers. Killing the Wampus Cats.
Luke Moore, a nasty Euro step there. 27-19 is very good.
But let's take a look at the C.J. King drive again. Gets around Schulman and finishes over a fantastic defensive player in Jamal Holden. And then they had a turnover. Then look at Luke Moore again, finishing over Holden. Most teams would be afraid to go after this, to go at the 6'6" big man, but they are not.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Moore, 2 incredible, I mean, honestly, ISO ball plays, right? And that's exactly what Central needs. They need Luke Moore to kind of wake up and start getting things going, because the moment that he does, the rest of them do. I mean, C.J. King, as an example, an absolutely incredible reverse layup. We haven't seen that from him this year. It feels like there's a lot of energy on the sideline for the Tigers.
8-point ball game. Tigers ahead 27-19, 3:24 remaining in the first half. Turner picked up by Stewart, full court. Kick out, Schulman. Schulman, step back 3-ball is good. He's a 35% 3-point shooter. You can't leave him open.
One of those was going to go in. He shot 3 already, made the third one.
Moore, outside, Blair. First shot attempt, won't fall. Holden with the rebound. Patrick driving, draws the foul against Blair. Zay Patrick, 66% free throw shooter. Doesn't shoot a lot from the charity stripe. Doesn't get there a whole lot. He does knock down the first. More of a facilitator than a score first guard. One of 2 from the line, and scrum for the ball. Ooh, Central's got it. Four-point lead for the Tigers. Trying to hold off this Conway surge all of a sudden. Right, driving. Oh, can't finish. Turner with the rebound.
That ball just didn't want to go in, I guess.
Oh, what a pass. And that's going to be a traveling violation against Johnson. Schulman had the no-look pass, but Johnson, I don't know if he was really ready for it, or the defense caught up. Moore brings it up for the Tigers, coming off a 17-point performance against Cabot. Right inside, out to King. Thought about the 3, he'll pull it out. Matched it against Schulman again. Through contact, draws the foul.
I'm loving this confidence out of C.J. King so much.
Only averages 2 points or just under 3 points per game. But he is definitely hunting for his shots here, and he drew Schulman's second personal. Knocks down the first free throw. Xavion Smiley checks back into the ball game. Schulman checks out. Trey Leam, Day Thomas check in. Brandon Wright and Trey Stewart will check out as well. Gavin Holman will be at the table as CJ King is 2 of 2 from the free throw line. So King checks out after some productive minutes.
Very productive minutes, if you ask me. I like the confidence that CJ King is showing. And honestly, you can't really beat a really nice reverse layup.
Well, I would like to see a dunk.
True. I could see that.
Thomas picks up his first personal on the Smiley drive. Throwing in is Patrick. Gets it into Smiley. Inside is Holden. Holden off the mark with the hook. Blair racing up the court. 3 ball. Oh, quick trigger by Aleem. He can't finish. Turner through contact. He can't finish, but Johnson puts it back up and in.
And they know that Luke Moore has 2 fouls. They're attacking him, and he had to just keep his arms up. Couldn't really play aggressive defense there.
Blair, he'll take the 3. He'll knock down the 3. Clay Blair, first basket of the ball game.
It doesn't matter if he misses his first 3. He's going to take another one, and it's a pretty good chance that it's going to go through every time.
Aleem draws the charge. Trey Aleem drawing the charge against 6'6" Jamal Holden. There's not a lot of play. Of course, he's feeling it right now. I don't know if you've ever drawn a charge. I don't think I have either, but I know they probably hurt.
No, and Gavin Holman immediately pushes Aleem just a little bit out of pure excitement. I'm loving the energy Central has right now.
Moore up at, whoa, looking for a Holman. Pass was off the mark. Can't tell if he was looking for it to go for a lob or what the deal was, but the pass was inaccurate, and Conway has the basketball, down by 7. Turner, Johnson, floater, got it. So now Central, 3-second difference between the shot and game clock. Screen from Thomas and scores inside. Moore. Easy finish. Patrick brings it up. 4 on 5 and can't finish. Holden with the rebound. Patience. Can't finish still. Aleem trying to break through. Gets it to Holman. Holman taking it himself. Oh, Holman. Oh, he almost posterized Smiley. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
That would have been play of the year, Gavin Holman.
Oh.
He's got some bounce too, but of course they do draw the offensive foul.
And I just want to point out.
Well, let's take a look at it again. Oh my goodness.
All the reactions. Yeah. Oh my God. And I want to
3 seconds left. Turner's going to take the deep shot. He can't finish. So Central with the 34-27 lead at the half. Some potential fireworks at the end as well. We will see if that carries over into half number 2. You are watching Little Rock Central Basketball on the Tiger Sports Network, presented by Natural State Sports.
Let them experience captivating research opportunities. Let them experience more hands-on opportunities with new technology. Let them experience cutting-edge career pathways. Let them experience creativity and expression through the arts. Let them experience more opportunities to innovate and compete regionally and nationally. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart. Let them experience passions through extracurriculars. Let them experience teamwork, discipline, and resilience through sports. Let them experience leadership and service to community. Let them experience on-the-job training through internships and job shadowing. Let them experience the excitement of performing through drama and dance. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
And welcome back to the Tigers Sports Network presented by Natural State Sports. I'm Chris Gay, this is Will Stafford, and we have Coach Marlon Williams of the Lady Tigers on. Now, Coach, I know that was a disappointing loss, but your team fought the entire way through. What do you have to say about the effort from your team tonight?
I'm really encouraged about our effort. You know, all that's in it. You know, you gotta learn from some of the tough games like that, but it's a good high-level team that we played, #1 team in the state, and you know, I think we're gonna learn a lot from that game. So I'm encouraged.
Well, you guys, every once in a while, the team will kind of start out the game a little slow. That was not really the case tonight.
Yeah.
You guys came out right from the gate, right from the tip, played strong, and then played strong right from the half. What was the message to your team?
Yeah, we knew we was going to have to play tough. We knew we was going to have to get off to a fast start. You know, they're a prolific scoring team, so we didn't want to get down a lot of points. But, I mean, like I said, I'm really encouraged about what we did. I thought we did a good job kind of containing the 3-ball a little bit, and we did a good job getting back in transition. That third quarter kind of hurt us. We had a few turnovers there and some missed free throws that kind of got us, behind, and we never could rebound from that.
And I wanted to ask, because Conway is a very good fast break team. That's kind of how their offense kind of it's what it runs through mainly. Was that like a big emphasis? Because it did seem like you guys, your full court press worked very, very well. Was that something you guys were working on coming into tonight?
Yeah, definitely. You know, they predicated on getting a lot of transition buckets, and we know that. And so we tried to make a conscious effort to get back and make sure they didn't have numbers. I thought for the most part, we did a good job of that. But, you know, they was really timely with some of those fast breaks that they did get. But, you know, like I said, it was a good game for us. I'm glad it's at this point of the season so we can learn from it and be better the next time we play them.
Well, you guys had a huge contribution from Rosebella Onyango. You knew exactly who I was going to talk about. 16 points, however many boards. Right off the bench, she was a huge spark. Talk to us about the play from that sophomore.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. You found a way to make me smile. Rosie, I'm impressed with her. She's been gradually getting better. You know, she's one of the youngest kids that we have in our lineup, and she's doing a good job, and that was really encouraging. That's good. Going to be good for her confidence going down the stretch. And we're going to need her, you know, because, you know, Miri got in foul trouble, and Rosie was able to step in there and do some big things for us. She's not a, quote-unquote, a traditional post player. She's probably more of a guard than anything, but, you know, that's kind of her role this year. But I'm encouraged about that, and I'm excited for her.
I also want to just say, y'all's shoe game today was incredible. What are those?
Man, these some GT something, I don't know, but
y'all
they
all
was
look
pink,
great
so
today, man. They look awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We sported it on our pink out night, and I'm glad everybody came through to support it. I mean, it's a good cause, and so yeah, the shoes were part of it.
I love them.
Yes, sir.
Well, you guys are back out on the road against Little Rock Southwest.
Yes, sir.
What's the game plan for that game?
The game plan is, you know, try to improve on some things that we need to improve on. Southwest, you know, they kind of having a tough time right now, but Coach Myers, she's trying to build that program. She's from, you know, she coached with me last year and the last 4 years here at Central, helped us win the state championship. So, yeah, I know it's gonna take some time for them, and so they're gonna come out and play us hard. She knows everything that we do, so it's not gonna be an easy game. So we're gonna go out there and give it our all and try to execute on it.
All right, Coach. Well, good luck next week.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for talking to us.
Hey, I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well, that was Coach Marlon Williams of the Little Rock Central Lady Tigers.
Y'all said large is right? Large on the shirt?
Yes, sir.
Tigers will have the ball and start the second half.
And now we're just about ready for the second half of action. So the usual starting lineup that we've seen for the most of the season is in for the Tigers. Clay Blair starting the second half. Moore driving inside off the cut. Aleem picks up the assist. Patrick. Keep an eye on number 10 in blue. Moore's on him now. A lot of time going off the clock. They get it to Turner. Driving out to Johnson. Johnson pulls it out, back to Turner. He'll shoot the 3-ball. He won't make the 3-ball. Back iron, Aleem with the rebound.
Great defensive possession by Central there, kind of kept every outlet closed.
And a travel by Aleem would have been a turnover either way, as that pass was targeted to the, well, targeted for out of bounds. Turner throws in. Here's Patrick. Sullivan up top on the wing. Johnson back to Sullivan. Patrick trying to direct traffic. Looking for somebody. Here's Sullivan up top. 3-baller won't fall. Wright chases the rebound. Aleem pushing up ahead. He takes it himself, loses it. Patrick driving, blocked by Blair.
And you do not see that often.
No, typically do not see the 5'7" player getting the block. But it's not the first time he's gotten a block this year. Actually averages 0.3 blocks per game. That's not a lot.
But for a 5'7" guard, that is.
But for a 5'7" guard, that's exactly right. Blair playing some aggressive defense up ahead. Here goes Wright, and he doesn't finish, but Moore can't finish either. Moore can't finish a third time. My goodness. Oh, could not take the lid off that time. Here's Turner going right at Blair. And still can't finish. The 5'7" Blair, but finally gets it up over 6'4" Day Thomas.
Clay Blair is playing some very good and aggressive defense. Not a lot of blocks, but some good steals to his name. 2.6 a game.
Inside. Can't finish, but he will be heading to the free throw line. Holden picks up his second personal foul. It's Thomas's second trip to the free throw line today. Knocks down the first. Had 6.6 rebounds, a couple of assists, and the win over Cabot. 1 of 2. Moore
about ended up with that rebound.
Smiley, corner 3, it's off. Rebounded by Turner. He's playing with a lot of energy and aggression in this game. Sullivan, Euros blocked by Wright. Aleem driving, finishes, assist from Blair.
And I'm loving the speed out of Central. This is such good offensive pace.
Conway, the lead charge with a 30-second timeout.
Will be a 30-second timeout by Conway. Take a look again at some of the highlights that we've seen. That Luke Moore cut, the backdoor cut was superb, and Aleem has been playing well. He hasn't scored a lot. He's hit a few baskets as he's about to hit one here, but he's passed well today as well. And that's something that's an underrated part of Trey Aleem's game. He's typically known more as a scorer and with his long arms, a defender, but the guy can facilitate as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great playmaker. I mean, he is. When I think floor general, I kind of think of a Chris Paul type, right?
Yeah.
Where it's very facilitate, get the ball in the paint, get the ball into the hot hand, right? And I see Trey Aleem as that. He just kind of knows the outlet passes he needs to make, specifically out to Luke Moore or a Day Thomas inside. And so I love Trey Aleem's game for sure, and I love how he's playing today.
Turner to Patrick. Cross court to Smiley. Driving inside, loses it. Here's Blair. Blair, he'll pull up transition triple. He won't finish. Rebound by Holden. Up ahead, Turner, Euros, he can't finish either. Again, he can't finish. Neither team finishing well at the rack. Smiley will draw the foul.
I think I've made this analogy before. It's like an Academy Sports basket
Hoop,
out there.
Where they keep that plastic.
A plastic
so you don't
cover
shoot
on
it. Yeah. Doesn't stop a lot of people, but.
I've dunked on those.
When it's had the plastic on it?
Yeah, but it was a 6-foot hoop. I stand at 6 foot.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I really didn't even dunk. It was more just like I touched the rim.
I was about to say, you don't even have to jump. You can just like bonk your head on it and you touch rim.
He missed the free throw.
Well, I don't have to call every single thing that happens. 0 of 2 at the line. Moore to Blair. Stewart up top. Moore driving, spins.
Whoa.
Oh, what a pump fake. Didn't get the shot to fall. Patrick, lob.
Little too close to the rim.
Yeah, it wasn't clean, and he was looking for Holden. Oh, step back, Blair, can't finish. Gets his own miss, though, as Sullivan stripped him for a second, but he will pick up the personal foul. That will be the second personal foul for Sullivan, as Holman, Marshall, and King all check into the ball game. Wright, Blair, and Aleem will check out.
Now, Blair got his own rebound, but he is a very good rebounding guard. He's averaging 3.6 in conference play currently, so that's actually one of the highest numbers on this Tigers team, which is incredible. A 5'7" guard getting that many rebounds per game is a very good output.
Stewart backing down Holden, out to Holman.
Wow.
Good find. Gavin Holman connecting with Luke Moore.
A beautiful pass from Gavin Holman. Gavin Holman getting some really good minutes lately, and you can tell why.
And Moore will pick up the personal. He hadn't fouled since that first quarter. He's staying out of foul trouble for the most part. He has 3. He had picked up 2 in that first. Just the second team foul for either team.
And don't be surprised if Conway attacks Luke Moore. They know.
Looking for Holden again. They strip Stewart, but Moore picks it up. Holman, corner, Marshall, back to Holman. He can shoot. 3 ball. And to touch the shot clock. .248 left to play. 41-29 lead by your Tigers. Sullivan, left side, driving. That pass was stolen. Up ahead, and
there it is!
There it is! Gavin Holman, not a poster, but it's a throwdown nonetheless. Johnson, that's another turnover. 3-1 fast break. Holman,
oh my goodness.
Another athletic play by Gavin Holman. It's the Holman show here in the second half.
And he is celebrating. He wanted that so bad, and he finally got it. And don't overlook that layup. That was a very, very nice layup.
Oh, my goodness. It was. It was not an easy one. But let's go ahead and take a look.
I mean, Gavin
Stewart
Holman
had it, and Holman, I mean, he had some great plays, obviously.
Beautiful pass.
Fantastic. It's hard to believe that guy's a sophomore, the way that he plays with the discipline and the maturity, and then look ahead. Yeah, there's no way King was getting that ball with Holman going in for the flush. And then on the other end, Moore pass. Wasn't quite a lob, but Holman was looking to go up in the air and finish it. So great 3 possessions from Gavin Holman, responsible for 6 points on those 3 possessions. So 2:13 left to play in the third quarter. Central leads 45-29. This is quite a run they have been on, and I'm curious who else. We've seen C.J. King had a few good minutes. Gavin Holman, Trey Aleem, Luke Moore obviously always has good minutes. So I'm wondering who's the next guy, because obviously the way this game is going, somebody else has got to step up and make a few plays as well.
I don't know who it's going to be, but I know who I want it to be. I want it to be Shamad Cheater.
Yes.
Played incredibly in that
junior
JV
varsity game.
Man, I want to see some Cheater out here.
Yeah, he was outstanding.
Lights out.
Outstanding. I don't even know how many points he had.
I think he had like
20
17, 18, something like that.
I think he was in the 20s. I think he had 4 3-pointers.
Yeah, that's right.
I think he had 5 or 6 layups. I mean, he was deadly. Conway's JV squad could not stop him. I think he pretty much beat them single-handedly. But that would be great to see him in the game, see if he can continue with his hot hand. Patrick, 3-ball, won't fall. Stewart chases after it. Up ahead, King. King can't finish through contact. Johnson gets it to Patrick. Up ahead, Turner. Turner, 3-ball. Back iron. Johnson finally gets the offensive rebound. Pushing his way in, no offensive foul called. Marshall somehow ends up with the board.
I was about to say, how did Jacob Marshall end up with that? 3 different blue jerseys were around that ball, and Jacob Marshall came down with it.
Luke Moore, I think he wants to go one-on-one with Johnson here.
You can see it opening up behind his defender.
Well, he'll give it up to Stewart, gives it back to Moore, looking to take him one-on-one. It goes in, but it hit the top of the backboard. With Luke Moore, he was looking to be the guy that gets going late in the third. Now here's Kennard Turner. They need him to play well, that they even want to have an inkling of coming back in this ball game. Outside Schulman, Patrick. Schulman up top, back to Patrick. Pulls it back out. Here's Turner driving inside, muscles past Marshall. It will stay Conway basketball as King could not hold on to it. I think that ball might have been blocked by Stewart, I believe.
It was.
Now,
blocked from behind.
J.C. Schulman will throw in. Here's Holden up top. Turner. Miscommunication. They only have 2 seconds to work with. That's shot clock violation. Patrick had no idea where the shot clock was at. And that will be a Wampus Cat turnover with 30 seconds remaining in the quarter.
And the face on Coach Lindsay there towards the end of that possession was just solemn.
Stewart with the screen. Marshall driving inside, can't finish. Holden might have had a finger on it. And Moore read that perfectly, but Conway gets it back. Holden gets the big flush. And Stewart with a Hail Mary attempt doesn't work. So Central stays in the lead, leading by 14, 45-31 as we enter the final quarter of play. Let's see if Central can finally pull away with this one. But we will stay right here.
I mean, I will say that last basket, Conway needed that. It was a very slow last 5 minutes for Conway. Not a lot going for him. Now, don't get me wrong, they've had a lot of open shots. They're just not falling, and that happens sometimes. We had that happen with Central here at home just a few weeks ago to open conference play, so not really surprised, but yeah, they definitely needed that. But man, does Central have a lot of energy. They're playing with a lot of tenacity. I mean, you can look at Gavin Holman as kind of the reasoning for that saying, right? I mean, about ended a career, was able to slam it down. Luke Moore is what the kids say, hooping, right? So this Central team feels different this week for sure.
I want to revisit one of your keys to success, active hands, playing with active hands. The Tigers have done that. Now, of course, they've crashed the boards, but I don't know exactly if they've really been able to win the rebound battle over Conway. I think Jamal Holden has a bunch of rebounds on his own. And let Luke Moore take over. They haven't needed him to.
No, they really haven't. And I mean, a lot of that comes down to like Gavin Holman, right? A lot of it comes down to Day Thomas making it to the free throw line a couple times, right? They don't really need him so far. Now, that could change. This is the last quarter. 14 points is not a large lead by any means. So I could definitely see Luke Moore continuing his tear.
Holden. Stolen by Thomas. Up ahead, here's Moore. Moore driving inside, finishes over the defense.
Right on cue. Luke Moore drives in the paint off a pass from Day Thomas and is able to put the ball through the hoop.
Johnson guarded by Moore. Turner out to Schulman. 3 ball off the mark. It probably will stay with Conway. It does. I think it was the last touch by Blair, but the usual starters for the Tigers in the ball game: Wright, Blair, Moore, Aleem, and Thomas. Kick out. Patrick, 3 ball, won't fall. Moore brings it up. 1-on-1 against Holden. Blair. Screened by Thomas. Spins around Holden. Inside. Thomas can't finish. Right with the rebound. Draws a foul. It's on the floor. For Patrick, that is his 2nd personal foul. Aleem. They cut off the back door. He's going to take it himself. Pull up mid-range shot, won't fall. Holden with the rebound.
I think Central can afford to kind of hold the ball a little bit longer.
Kick out. Turner, 3 ball, way off.
Wow.
Oh, and Patrick, was he not out of bounds?
I don't think he was.
Wow.
I think he was leaning up.
Well, Moore tried to throw it off of him as he was losing his balance.
And there's the slow play now. They just wanted to get it across the timeline, and now they're just going to kind of...
Holden breaking away for the steal. Blair diving for it. Holden driving. A blocking foul by Thomas. They did a great job of breaking.
Yeah, Clay Blair.
Breaking off what would have been an easy 2 points for Jamal Holden. And then Thomas going to make him earn it at the free throw line. First free throw is good for Holden. D'Antheus Dillon, junior guard, checking into the game for the first time in his 13th appearance this season. Two of 2 from the line. And also in the game for the Wampus Cats, number 30, Kamarion Williams, making his 11th appearance of the year. Up ahead, it's Aleem. .540 left to play. Screen, Thomas. Aleem has hold inside right. Got Holden up in the air and finishes. Brandon Wright with the bucket inside. He's done well when he's gotten his chance.
Yeah.
On the interior.
And Brandon Wright will always be very good from the interior. Every once in a while, a ball will bounce in and out on him, but in general, a very good shooter inside.
Moore with the rebound. Up ahead, Blair. Blair takes it himself and finishes. Turner with Blair on him. Corner, it's Johnson. Holden, he'll take the contested mid-range jumper. It won't fall. Moore, attacking baseline, looking inside, it's right. He'll draw some contact and head to the free throw line.
And I think Luke Moore is what you can call kind of a gravitational player, right? You see it, we'll take the NBA because I know the NBA, right? Luka Doncic, Nikola Jokic, right? Those are gravitational players. Defenders will kind of gravitate towards him, and that allows Luke Moore to be able to be a playmaker. He gave it off to Brandon Wright. Now, while he didn't make the shot, he got fouled is in the middle of hopefully making a second free throw. I said hopefully, so if he misses, it's not my fault. But that's what makes Luke Moore so good, is that he can kind of pull in defenders and give his teammates an opportunity to be able to score just the way Brandon Wright just did.
All right, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. A couple substitutions for the Wampus Cats. Elijah Cullum checks into the ball game. So does Jay Sullivan. Holden and Williams checked out. A floater won't fall, but Johnson hangs in the air and finishes. Moore with Sullivan on him. Double coming. He breaks past it. Pulls it out. Blair, he'll take the 3 ball. He's going to make the 3 ball. Clay Blair, the triple.
From this angle, you knew that was in the whole time after it left his hands.
Turner inside. Cullum couldn't hold on to it. Turnover for Conway. Moore falls, looking for somebody to pass it off to. Here's Blair. To Moore, he can't finish. And they're going to give it to Conway. Dillon brings it up to Sullivan. Pulls it out. Johnson up top. Inside, Johnson can't finish, but he will be heading to the free throw line.
And while it's a 19-point game in Central's favor, you cannot fault Conway. They are still playing very hard and still finding their way to the free throw line. And I want to give a huge shout out to Coach Marlon Williams for hooking us up with some new
shirts,
giving us some new merch, some new Central basketball merch.
Nice, I like this. Free throws coming up for KJ Johnson. Hits him at a 62% clip and can't finish that one. King being hacked all over the place. Johnson just about ran into our setup. Now Luke Moore has it. Has Cullum on him, looking to go one-on-one. Now gives it up to Aleem. Aleem driving on Turner. Pulls it out inside. It's right. Finishes inside.
Wide open in the paint. Brandon Wright. He's gonna complete that every single time.
Inside, it's Cullum. Gives it up to Turner. Hop step in the lane and finishes. Aleem breaks past the press.
Oh my gosh.
Gets through 2 defenders, but can't finish. King with the rebound, and now he will be heading to the free throw line.
Trey Aleem just kind of flexing his handles there. Some beautiful handles at that.
Still, got to finish at the rack.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like when you do an ankle breaker. If you don't finish, it doesn't count.
No, that's true. And that's what they call a 10-cent finish or something like that. Like a $100 move, 10-cent finish.
Oh, yeah.
The old adages, adage, whatever. Yep. Sullivan and Cullum will check out. J.C. Schulman checks back in along with Patrick. Off the mark, Johnson skies for the rebound and stripped by King. King takes it himself. Couldn't finish. It will be Central basketball as it was the last touch by Patrick. But
that was one of the fastest spin moves I've ever seen.
yeah, I mean, CJ King is playing with some confidence, and we love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. That means we're going to see more of CJ King.
Brandon Wright, straight ahead three. Can't finish. Up ahead, nobody was looking. Here's Turner. Taking it himself. He was hit on the arm. Will be headed to the free throw line.
Foul call on number 1, Brandon Wright. It's his third, team third.
First free throw won't fall for Turner. And Joe Hewitt and your guy, Shimon Cheater, both make
Told
their
you.
first appearances tonight. Both played a lot of minutes in the junior varsity win over the junior varsity Conway squad. And knocks down that free throw. King. He'll draw the foul. Trey Aleem, the lone starter in the ball game for Central. 3 of the Conway starters are still in. It is just an 18-point deficit as going to have another foul. Again by Zay Patrick. That is now his 4th personal foul. So his night may be over pretty soon. No good on the first free throw. 1 of 2 from the line. Dillon brings it up full court, off his knee. King, look out below. Oh, can't finish.
And Coach Lewis giving him a side eye there.
Johnson gets 2 defenders to fly by him. He will draw the foul. Shot won't count. As Ethan Grant, the senior guard, checks in for just his 6th appearance this season. Dillon will check out. Schulman in the corner, straight ahead 3. Early in the shot clock, 2. Rebound by Johnson. He finishes. Cheater gets it ahead to Aleem. Aleem looking to take it. Oh, he was looking to throw it down. And the foul by Cheater prevents Patrick from scoring at the rim.
It's a dunk contest. But this time it's who can make a dunk first.
I'm all for dunking, but
make sure it can go
finish.
in. Yeah, make sure it goes in.
That's part of it. I mean, that's a dunk.
I think we're gonna have to, if we get an interview, we're gonna have to ask about that.
Yeah, I think I will. I don't know what Coach Lewis will have to say about it. He might be happy about the one from Holman.
Yeah.
But there've been a lot of missed dunks. Second free throw, no good, off to the right. Collin with the rebound. He's being wrestled with, and he's going to head to the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus. Holman will pick up the foul, and Collin, 6'5" sophomore.
Holman is out now. That's 5.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize he had that many fouls. But, yeah, so Gavin Holman, his day is done. And in for the first time is Ian McNeil, the junior forward. He played his first conference game against Cabot, picked up a couple of steals. That free throw's no good, and he's got another one on the way.
I believe it was actually Ian McNeil that jumped a little bit early.
And Collin knocks down the free throw. Cheater has it, pushed down by Grant. Couple of substitutions set to check in for the Wampus Cats as Cheater is at the line. Had 2 assists against Cabot in his first conference appearance this season. See if he adds some points to the board, and he does not so far. First free throw off the mark. Couple of subs for the Wampus Cats. Kamarian Williams checks back into the ball game, and Deion Sasser checks in for the first time. 0 of 2 from the line that time for Cheater. Grant up ahead. Sasser, corner. Schulman. Won't fall. Central basketball. Minute 4 left to play in the ball game.
Very slow last 2 minutes here. Lots of fouling.
King with Sasser on him. Pulls it back out. Coach Lewis tells him to slow it down. Aleem on the right side. Milking some clock here. Aleem drives, flips it up, can't finish. It's going to be Conway basketball. Grant brings it up the floor. Aleem on him. Schulman thought about the 3, looking to drive, steps back, 3 ball on the way off the front of the rim. Cheater with the rebound. He's going to bring it up by himself. Hewitt finishes at the rack. Cheater picks up the assist. Grant up ahead to Schulman, to Cullum. Inside, he won't get it off in time. So Central takes the 62-45 win over the Conway Wampus Cats, and they improve to 2-2 in conference play, their 2nd straight conference victory. Conway falls to 2-2 themselves with a loss, their 2nd straight loss in the 6A Central. They are 12-8 overall this season, and Central gets their 10th win of the year. They sit with a 10-11 record for Conway. Let's take a look at what their next game will be. It will be at home against Jonesboro. So they host the #1 team in Arkansas on Tuesday, and for your Central Tigers, we'll be back on the road against Little Rock Southwest. So it was a quick homestand. Of course, we'll be back out on the, and like I said, back on the road against Little Rock Southwest. We'll have a conversation with Coach Lewis pretty soon. And it looks like
Brandon Wright as well.
We'll be back in just a second for the post-game interview with Coach Lewis and Brandon Wright.
Let them experience passions through extracurriculars. Let them experience teamwork, discipline, and resilience through sports. Let them experience leadership and service to community. Let them experience on-the-job training through internships and job shadowing. Let them experience the excitement of performing through drama and dance. More opportunities for kids. It's what sets Little Rock School District apart.
And welcome back to the Tiger Sports Network. I'm Chris Gay. This is Will Stafford. We might have some mic problems just for a second, but we're joined by Coach Shelby Lewis and the player of the game, Brandon Wright.
Woo, we're good.
All right, we're good now. So, Coach, guys, congratulations on the big win against a good Conway team. Right away, you guys got out. I'll go ahead and get it out of the way. It was a dunk fest.
Yeah.
Maybe just one made dunk, but it was a dunk fest. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, lots of attempts. You know, one of the things that we talked about, and we kind of talked about this after the Cabot game, is just playing with more desperation. And you know, we talked about being violent as basketball players, and not dirty or hurting anybody, but we're talking about attacking the rim and attacking the glass. And so those dunk attempts were about us just being violent as far as getting into the paint and trying to finish at the rim. And I thought we did a pretty good job of doing that tonight.
Well, Brandon, it seemed like every time you had the ball inside, it was an automatic bucket.
Yes,
so
sir.
talk to us about the game that you had, and it seemed like every time you had the ball, you knew you were going to finish as well.
You know, basically doing what Coach telling me to do, play inside out, and, you know, having my teammates find me and they finish it whenever they give the ball to me.
And I want to talk about. I saw your reaction. I'm going to talk about it one more dunk here. I saw your reaction to Gavin Holman's almost what felt like a career ender. Like that was. Yeah. I want to know how you felt in that moment, because I saw both upset but also like, oh my God, what just happened?
Well, you know, I tell Gavin all the time. First of all, he misses a lot of dunks in practice, but. It doesn't deter him, you know, and I tell him all the time, you know, I want him to play with confidence, and I tell him all the time, there's going to come a day where you're not going to miss any dunks. And the only way you're going to get better at that is you got to do it, and you can't be afraid to do that. And as a coach, I've got to pump confidence into those guys. And so, yeah, he's going to miss some, but boy, when he makes them, it's a momentum changer for sure.
And I want to ask you, because you did make a little bit of a difference in your starting lineup, and Brandon, I want to ask you about that as well. For you, what was kind of the leading thing where you put in Trey Stewart over Clay in that, and how was it playing with that new starting lineup in this case?
Well, so the thing is Trey Stewart, we call him Ray as well. You know, he's been a starter before, and he's kind of come in and out of the lineup. And I thought tonight, you know, Conway is pretty big as far as, you know, you got Jamal Holden there, who's probably the biggest kid in our conference, really athletic, blocks a lot of shots, rebounds the ball really well. And I just wanted to add a little bit more toughness in the interior. And then I thought Clay coming off the bench gave us a little bit of a spark. You know, he came in and made a couple plays, hit a 3-ball. And so it was just a little bit of a mix-up. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're going to do whatever we can to win one game. And so it's not necessarily about this kid or that kid. It's about, okay, what's the best for our team? And our guys understand that. And I thought they did a good job. I thought Clay responded really well to coming off the bench tonight.
And Brandon, for you, when it comes to those type of changes, you're the second leading scorer on this team, just behind Luke Moore. For you, does this type of change affect how you approach your game, or are you going to go out and score and do what you need to?
I thought hooping.
That's
yeah. And let me just say, you know, this is Brandon's first double-double. You know, he had 14 and 10, and he'll tell you, I've been on him about rebounding the basketball. You guys know he's an incredible athlete and a high flyer, and you know, I want him to high fly for rebounds as well as dunks, but I really wanted him to attack the glass tonight, and he did a great job tonight. So I'm proud of him and his progression as a young player. He did a really good job tonight.
Well, 2 straight victories in conference play. You guys have Little Rock Southwest on the road coming up on Tuesday. What's the game plan for that game?
Yeah, you know, that's a really, really tough team. They've got another big, not as tall as Jamal Holden, but another big that is really, really good. I mean, he's built like a house. And you know, we're going to have our work cut out for us. They got a little guard, a senior guard that can really fill it up. And so, you know, we'll get back to film. I'm going to watch film tonight, and you know, we'll be ready for practice on Monday and try to go get another one.
And Brandon, another double-double performance on Tuesday?
We'll see.
All right, we'll love it. Well, Coach Lewis, Brandon, congratulations on the win, and good luck against the Griffins.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
So that was Coach Shelby Lewis and Brandon Wright, the victors here tonight for the Tigers. And we'll take one last look at the camera. But thank you all for tuning in to the Tigers Sports Network presented by Natural State Sports. Join us again on Tuesday, where the Tigers travel to take on the Little Rock Southwest Griffins in enemy territory, well, just right down the street. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a great evening, and go Tigers!